Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is my channel Ladybug Stitches. Today is December 19th and this is Flosstube number 21. I don't have a lot of stuff to share today, so this video might be on the shorter side, but I did have some stuff that I wanted to share before the new year came. And I don't have a lot of stitching today, so I am supplementing by sharing some of my mom's work and my grandma's work. My mom stitched way before I was born and a little bit when I was younger, and then she stopped when we were growing up because she just didn't have time to stitch anymore. But she did some Christmas ornaments. She did a lot of Christmas ornaments and big pieces, so I do have the ornaments to share today. I'm pretty sure these are all hers, but it could be that her sisters also gifted some of these to her. I'm not sure, there's no names on them, so I did want to share some of them. The first one is this little bell. She finished a lot of them in these hoops. I think most of these are hers because she has the patterns and the kits that are left from them, but some of them I don't have, so I'm not sure if they're hers or not. But we have this cute little bell and this little bell. This one's teeny tiny and it's so cute. There's a couple of these and I'm pretty sure she did stitch this one because I did find the pattern for it, but it's super cute. And this one she definitely did stitch because I have the pattern and I stitched it myself, so I wanted to share this one. This is a little snowman and the white of the snowman isn't stitched, so it's really just the scarf and the hat and the little black eyes and buttons and then the back stitching. And I stitched this as well. This was my first foray into 28 count, and I didn't do it on a white fabric, so I did stitch the white of the snowman. So it's just kind of cool to compare them a little bit. And this one I'm not sure if she stitched or not, but it's super cute anyway. Very 90s, they're all very 90s. And then this one, we have a couple of plastic canvas projects on our Christmas tree. We have two Christmas trees, the family tree and then the kids tree, which is like all the like homemade ornaments and stuff. And so that's where all these are from. And this one, I'm not sure who made it. I don't know if my mom made it or not. Maybe my grandma, I'm not really sure. But it is a plastic canvas Santa. And it's double-sided, so this is two pieces of plastic canvas put together, and then it has a little hanger and a little pom-pom on his hat. It's so cute. There's a couple more plastic canvas projects on our tree, but this is the one I chose to share with you. So those are the ornaments, and then this is a project that my grandma had made and she hung up in her house every year. She usually hung it in her window and that's where we've put it. We adopted it after she passed away. And it is plastic canvas, it is a wreath, and then all these little things are added on after. So I'll show you up a little close there. Hopefully you can see them all there. My grandma really liked doing her plastic canvas. She has a lot of projects from over the years that she's done that I've adopted after she passed. So this is just one of them. I was gonna share the Thanksgiving one that she had done, but I totally forgot to show it, and then Thanksgiving was over. So I'll show you this one. And then one more I have is mine. So I stitched this myself. This is on plastic canvas. This is a project that my grandma bought for me to do, and I didn't finish it until after she had passed, unfortunately, so I never got to show her. But if you saw in my ornament parade video, I said that in 2022 I didn't do a lot of Christmas ornaments because I was focusing more on plastic canvas, and this is one of the projects that I worked on during that Christmas season. So I stitched this in that whole it was about a month a month of time that I did this, so it was super fun. So you can see these little pinnets are stitched on a separate canvas, and then I tied them together, and it's through the hand, and then the hand is also both hands are separate, and then the face and then the mustache is separate as well. So that one's a 3-stacker. But I really like doing this project. I finished mine on a, you got my initials and the date on the back. I finished this on a felt, but it's like the felt that you put around a Christmas tree, like the tree skirt. I had a piece that was already cut up, so I just put this on the back as well. So you might have seen this in my tour video that I did in my last video. It was hanging on my little cabinet, so I love this piece and I love putting it out every year now. Okay, so those are all the previous finishes, and then I have 2 FOs. I have no FFOs, I just haven't had time to finish them fully. And since it's December, I decided that I would get back to my model stitching, so I haven't had a lot of time to do some extra stitching. So my ornaments have kind of slowed down now, and I've accepted that I'm not going to have that many done for this year as I have in past. And I don't know how many I have done fully. I will count them all up in January and let you know then, because they're all on my tree and I can't count them all when they're out like that. So I will put them all together once I take everything down, and I will let you know how many I've done. But the one that I just finished is a free pattern by Kate Stitcher. Her Facebook page is like Kate Stitcher, something like that. It's always in my description. And this is one of her stamps that's free on her in her Facebook group. And I have done one of the other ones, and I finished it like this, and I'm gonna finish this one the same way as well. Might pick a different paper for the back of the ornament, because it's just a wooden paper tag, wooden tag that I put paper on. So I'm probably gonna finish it the same way. So it wouldn't take long to finish it, I just haven't gotten to it yet. And then the other finish I have is this one. This is from the book or the magazine, Cross Stitcher. I've shown this a couple times. It's volume 7, number 5, and it's part of this set. This was gonna be the piece that I did my tutorial on how to put together ornaments, how I put together ornaments and the way I do my bows, but I just did not have time to film it this year, so I am pushing that to next year. I am going to finish this year and pick a different piece to do a tutorial on next year. So that's it for this one. Both of these are stitched on 14 count. The stamp is on paper, and this is on just regular coffee tea dyed fabric with flosses that I chose myself. So not a lot of finishes, but I have been working on a lot of models. I'm very excited for all the models that I have coming in the new year, so I really wanted to focus on them. And then I've been stitching, I've been doing a lot of other things, preparing for Christmas. Like, I've been doing a lot of baking. I've done 9 different kinds of cookies in the past like week. So it's a lot of baking and not a lot of stitching time. So it is what it is. Next I have my whips. Again, I don't have a lot of whips. I will show you the current model that I'm working on. I'm really excited for this one. I love the way it's turning out so far. So I'll just give you a little sneaky peeky, and that's it. This fabric is terrible though, let me tell you. Do not buy loops and threads fabric from Michaels. This is the stiffest and hardest fabric that I've ever had before. Usually, like, I buy fabric from Amazon a lot that I dye, and I'll show you those in my next video because I'm getting them for Christmas and I dye them after Christmas. I'm talking way too fast. So usually that fabric is really, really stiff and it's super annoying, but I dye it and then I wash it a bunch of times and I put it in the oven so it cooks and it just gets really nice and soft. This fabric is so nice and soft and I love it. Perfect. This fabric is super stiff. I could not even get a hoop in it. It kept popping right back out. Even with my binder clips, it was driving me bonkers. So I thought maybe I would try washing it. We don't have any fabric softener, so I just used like a bowl of hot water and detergent, and I soaked it for a while, and then it was super soft in the water, and I was like, yay, finally it's gonna be okay. And then I took it out and I dried it, and it's super stiff again. So I don't know, just don't bother with loops and threads. It's terrible. I'm going to get my black fabric from somewhere else next time. So definitely don't. Driving me nuts. Anyway, that is one of the bottles that I'm working on. This is my third Valentine's project that I'm going to, Valentine's pattern that I'm going to release in the new year. So I didn't even think I would get 2 done, so I'm super excited to get this third one done. And that'll release in January. And the only other project that I was working on is Silent Night by Country Cottage Needleworks. I just pulled this out for one night. Let's see. There you go. I just pulled it out for one night and got a little bit done. I'll take it out of the hoop so you can see it better too. Okay. This is on just a blue fabric that I dyed myself. I added the white snow at the bottom all the way across there. So it wasn't too much, but I really love working on this piece and I wanted to get some stitching done in it. And I love it so much. It's so pretty. And this is on 14 count, and it is on the called for DMC alternatives. So it is not the fancy floss. Okay, so those are all my whips. Like I said, this is a shorter video, but I really wanted to get this in. I have one piece of haul. I had to order some floss for a Christmas present for my cousin for Christmas, and it was just one floss, and I did not feel like running all the way to Michael's, which is half an hour away from me, just to get one floss. So I ordered it from 123 Stitch, and floss can't travel alone, so I got Assembly Required by Ink Circles. The glare on this plastic is terrible. There you go. You can kind of see it there. It's just a bunch of bones. I got this because it reminded me of an anthropology class that I took in college. It was physical anthropology, or I think it might also be called biological anthropology, but it's basically the a class focused on my words just went all out of my head. It's focused on, like, a lot of it is focused on bones, basically, I guess you could say. So in sorry, I completely forgot what I was talking about. This pattern reminded me of that class because we were learning about ancient humans and all of our very distant relatives and ancestors and everything like that. So we were passed around a bunch of different kinds of skulls from all the different hominids over the years, and it was a really interesting class. And I remember we had this one assignment where we had all these different skulls and we were given no information on the skulls. We had to use what we had already learned, and we had to put the skulls in chronological order, basically, which is hard because our lineage isn't one straight line. It is a huge tree that branches off in many different directions. So it was a difficult assignment. We did it in a group, and I can't remember. I think some of the skulls, I feel like at one point he had passed around a skull that was real, which was really interesting, but most of them were just like models of the real thing, which was really interesting. So I really enjoyed that class a lot, and I got this because it reminded me of learning all about that. And yeah, I think that's basically why I got this, I guess. So that is my haul. I didn't want to go crazy because I have a wish list on 123 Stitch that I put together many months ago, and I basically said, if you want to give me something for Christmas, go ahead and look at my wish list. And so basically I think a lot of people have ordered from my wish list. So I think I'm gonna get a lot of patterns. So I did not want to buy too many because I know I'm gonna have a lot after Christmas. So yeah, I think that's basically it. So next I have plans for this year. What does the rest of the year look like for me? I'm pretty much done with Christmas, except maybe that Silent Night piece. I might pull that back out, but I'm just kind of over it. I've been stitching since the end of October, and my brain is already on Valentine's Day because of my model stitching, so I'm just kind of done stitching Christmas pretty much. I want to fully finish the 2 projects that I showed. Hopefully I can get those done over Christmas break. And then I just want to pull out some non-Christmas pieces as well. So I was thinking, I have this map. I'll show you in my whip parade in the new year. It is based on a show called Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it's like a really big, it's like basically a Haid. Like, it is monstrous, and it's confetti filled, and I have a stand, which is actually what my phone is on right now, and I hook my Q-snap to it, and I hook the stand to my table, and I have like a huge bag of floss, and it's just a lot of stuff to pull out. So I figured, if I'm gonna be hanging out over Christmas break, I might as well take that out then and not have to put all the pieces away every single time. So it'll be a piece that I can leave out for a while and I can work on whenever I get the time. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to be working on for the most part over Christmas break and for like the rest of the year. I might pull out some smaller pieces as well because I'm really looking towards 2025 and I'm going to get into my plans as well. And I'm just thinking ahead. So I really don't want to do any more Christmas, but if I feel the pull to do one, I'm not going to deny myself as well. So that is all of my plans for the rest of this year. So I do want to get into my plans for 2025. So I saw Missy and Kathy on Two Needles Pulling Thread doing this. I think it was this year or maybe last year. I'm not sure how long they've been doing it for, but they have a piece and they work on it for like 5 days consistently, and then they put it away for a while. So I'm thinking I want to do that as well. A lot of my pieces, like at the beginning of this year, I just had like a couple pieces, a couple projects that I was working on, right? I really was like a monogamous stitcher. A couple years ago, I would have just one project going at the same time, and then like I had other projects, but I didn't really work on them. I worked on like one and for a really long time, and then I put it away, and then I pulled out a different one. And then this year I've really just kind of like worked on one project a day, and then the next day I work on a different project pretty much. And that kind of came about after I did Whip Mania, because I just had so many different whips. So my thought for the new year is I have, I think it's like 30 whips. I have like 30 whips, and I want to see how many I can get done for a couple months. So I'm going to have focus projects, and one of my focus projects is going to be my cat project, my cat sampler piece that is all of my cats over the years. I really want to work on that project, and I can get into more specifics on each project when I do my whip parade in the new year, which is coming in the beginning of the year. So I really want to have focus projects. And what else? Oh, I want to get as many projects done, as many whips done as I can until May. And then I want to, if I have enough that I finished, I want to do Whip Mania again, because that was really fun last year. But I do have a lot of whips right now, and it is too much for me. It might not be too much for you, but I like having a pair of scissors and needle in every single project bag, and I'm running out of scissors. So, and I'm running out of room in my shelf so I need to get projects done. So I have a couple that are getting closer to being finished, and then I have a bunch that are like not even close. So I do want to work on a lot of them, try to get them done before May, and I think we'll see where we get from there. I will go into more specifics in January when I show each piece and just tell you kind of like my goals for each project, seeing which one I can get done. But I do have a lot of projects and I'm really thinking about it. I'm really excited to start working on all these other projects. I'm kind of tired of my Christmas ornaments and Christmas in general, so I really am looking towards that as well. So that is with my whips. So that is my whip plans for 2025. And then also I'm thinking of Instagram, and I really want to be more active on Instagram. I used to be much more active, and then things just kind of got crazy and I haven't had a lot of time. I like commenting on people's pictures and projects and everything, and I just haven't had the time. So over the past like week or so, I've really been trying to get back into Instagram to try and talk with people and everything. So that is something I want to focus on more in 2025. And in the same vein, I also want to focus more on Flosstubers and commenting on more Flosstubers. That's why in my last video I asked for some Flosstube recommendations. I'm going to ask again today to comment if you didn't comment on my last video, or if you have more ideas, comment some more Flosstubers that you watch in the comments down below. I'm going to add them to a big list, and then if you're interested in checking out some more Flosstubers in the new year, you can check out the list as well. I will be definitely watching a lot of the new Flosstubers that you comment. I'm always looking to add more people to my list. So definitely comment down below if you have any more recommendations, because in my next video, in my next regular update, I will be putting them into a big list, and we can all check them out if you're interested. So those are, I think, all of my 2025 plans. I'm sure more will come to me in the new year, but that's all I have for now. And let's see, I talked about that and I talked about that. I think all that's left is a life update. There's not much of an update. Hasn't been the full 2 weeks either, so things have just been really busy. I've been doing a lot of baking. My stepbrother and I like to do a cookie competition every year, and he said this year he didn't want to do a competition. He just wanted to swap cookies, which is basically what we do every year anyway. We don't actually like judge our cookies or anything. So I did 9 different kinds of cookies. And I did a couple batches of some of them, so I have a lot of cookies to give away. There is no way that I can eat all these cookies myself, so I will be giving a bunch of them away. And we did get some snow the other day, and it was like maybe 2 inches, and then the next day I woke up and it was all gone. So it was a little bit disappointing, but at least we got some snow, and that was really nice. I think that's about it. My brain is just kind of like mush at this time of year. So many things have been going on, and I really just wanted to get this video out for you all. So hopefully in the next year we will be refreshed, and we've got some new plans starting, new goals, and I think it'll be a good year. So I want to wish you all a very happy holiday season. Whatever you celebrate, if you celebrate anything, just have a good rest of the year, and I will see you all in the new year with my whip parade and a regular update with a lot of things to show you. So I will see you all then. Bye.